Same, same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, same thing. No, no plan, but platitudes. So I ain't mad at you. Yeah, yeah. Well, the other guy wouldn't answer either. I mean, well, coming here 3 weeks before the 6 weeks before the election. Mm. I thought I had a chance of winning. I mean,
That's our show for
I guess
today,
it didn't
Monday,
help.
June 3rd, 2024. America in the Morning
Yeah.
is produced by Jeff McKay. Our senior producer, Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is...
Yeah, trust me, there are more people glad with you than mad. So, yeah, yeah. So, all right. Gonna do. All right, where am I singing? Where am I singing? Where is it at? Do that to me one more time.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Northern California, where firefighters east of San Francisco are battling the state's largest wildfire of the season. Correspondent Ben Tracy has our top story from the city of Tracy.
Thousands of people were asked to evacuate as the fire left swaths of scorched earth in its wake.
Everything was getting lit on fire. It was intense.
Kern Guild said he and a neighbor stayed behind to fight the flames off, even pulling water from a swimming pool.
We took just anything we had that could pail water, buckets, cans, whatever we could find.
Fire officials say more than 14,000 acres have burned so far, the flames being fanned by high winds and dry grass. Now to Mexico. Voters celebrating election of the country's first woman president. Claudia Sheinbaum, a protege of the outgoing president, Manuel López Obrador. Foreign Policy Advisor Ramon de la Fuente.
We're going to have a female president being essential part of the most dynamic and one of the most powerful markets in the world.
A surprise upset in Puerto Rico, where congressional rep Jennifer Gonzalez has defeated Governor Pedro Pierluisi in a primary election. Hunter Biden will be in court in Delaware today for the start of his illegal gun possession trial. Correspondent Scott McFarland from the courthouse in Wilmington.
The president's son is charged with making false statements when he bought a gun in October 2018, claiming on a federal form he was not using or addicted to drugs. He's also charged with unlawfully possessing the gun as a drug user. All felonies carrying the possibility of prison terms.
Donald Trump makes a jump from his historic hush money trial to a controversial social media platform. CBS's Matt Piper.
Former President Donald Trump has joined TikTok, posting for the first time Saturday on the popular video sharing app controlled by a Chinese parent company that he once tried to ban in the U.S.
The president is now on TikTok. My honor.
The video features clips from Trump's attendance at the UFC match in Newark, New Jersey, where he was greeted by supporters after his conviction.
Crews in Atlanta have been working around the clock to repair several water mains that broke Friday morning, leaving more than 1 million people high and dry.
We ain't got no water. I got a newborn. We've been having to do all kind of stuff to get some water.
Boil water advisory is still in effect. Your salary may not be keeping up with inflation unless you're a top CEO. Associated Press data show the median pay package for chief execs who run companies in the S&P 500 jumped almost 13% last year, while wages and benefits among private sector workers rose just 4.1%. S&P futures up 10. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Talk to police and take back their streets.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Black folks shooting again. Okay then.
Washington Post executive editor Sally Busby, the first woman to lead the Post.
Shooting again. That's how we roll.
Been on the job since 2021 when she was hired away from her role as executive editor of the Associated Press, where she spent her entire career. During Busby's 3 years at the Post, the newspaper's audience declined and a number of top reporters left, but she added dozens of editors, and the paper won 6 Pulitzer Prizes, 3 of them this year. Christopher Pruitt, CBS News, Washington.
It's been 31 years
Back
since a
to
Canadian
Delaware, where Hunter
team has won
Biden's
the
federal
top
gun
prize in
trial
hockey.
begins today.
That
The
could change
president's
soon.
son faces 2 charges brought by special counsel David Weiss. Biden's
The
accused
Edmonton
of buying
Oilers
and
beat
possessing a
Dallas
firearm
2-1
while
in Game 6
addicted to
on
illegal
TNT
drugs,
last night
which is
to
a
advance to the
violation of
Stanley Cup
federal
Finals
law.
against the
Hunter
Florida
Biden is
Panthers.
also accused
Game
of
1
lying
is
on a
Saturday
form
in
he
Sunrise,
submitted during the
Florida.
purchase
Deborah
about his
Rodriguez,
drug use.
CBS News.
Hunter Biden not guilty and claims he is being politically
Oh
targeted.
yeah, right.
It was the plains and upper Midwest that faced
Well,
heavy
you and
storms
Trump got
for the
something
past 2
coming.
days. How bad were they? Let's check in with the national forecast.
Good morning, Rick.
Well, Hunter, you and Trump got something in common. Both y'all been politically persecuted.
Safety information, subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
When someone drives up to your house, generally the first thing they see is your driveway, your invitation. Someday when you sell your home, your driveway will be the first to speak for how well you've maintained this investment. Hi, this is Tom Latham with Penny Earn and Concrete Technologies. Call us today for all of your concrete needs, your driveway and your swimming pool, as well as complete outdoor living areas, fire pits, fireplaces, stamped and patterned patios, retainer walls, and drainage systems to complete the outdoor living area. Our team's been together for many years, and our goal is to be the best. We have ideas to share and hundreds of pictures on Facebook posted for your viewing. For years, you've seen our trucks in your streets and our signs in your neighbors' yards. Isn't it time you call 334-284-9292? And do follow us on Facebook for hundreds of pictures of current and past projects. Call Penny Earn today, 334-284-9292. 334-284-9292.
Penny Earn Concrete, beautiful changes.
Oh man, I have another hangnail.
You shouldn't pick at your toes. Daddy says you might cause ingrown toenails. Speaking of Daddy, it's time to remind people how important it is to see a podiatrist. Yeah, Shannon, our dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, treats things like tendinitis and bunions. If a person is diabetic, it's important to have a foot exam by a podiatrist. Call today for an appointment at 265-7585. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Kelly, and as a podiatrist, it is my job to identify small problems in your feet and help prevent them from becoming big problems. New government regulations allow for an annual diabetic foot exam to cut down on the number of amputations and control the cost of health care. So call me, Dr. Brian Kelly, at 265-7585. That's 265-7585. Locations in Montgomery and Greenville. Follow us on Facebook at Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had leaf filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/triumph first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/triumph to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. I'm Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show. Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
It'll be a classic summertime pattern this week, at least through Thursday. Daily chances for showers and storms. I don't see any one day as a washout, though, but a few days may have more rain and storm activity around than others. Today we'll call the 30% chance highs in the mid and upper 80s, and it's upper 80s to around 90 for the rest of the week. A slightly higher chance of rain and storms tomorrow, and then it's back to isolated to scattered activity Wednesday and Thursday.
That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Your 7 o'clock hour kicks off with good news. No major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Interstate system's moving smoothly. No big backups or slowdowns. Keep listening. We'll keep. Tractor can rebuild hydraulic hoses for all makes and models. They can even do it in 30 minutes or less. Visit Thompson Tractor or their website, thompsontractor.com. But the law makes the law from the company Skywatch Tractor.
Good Monday morning. I'm Jed Davis. Lots of folks will be hitting the road for family trips. Nicer.
That's going to make the car. And that's going to make me want to go places.
But the cheapest price in Montgomery.
That's going to make me want
Airport in Texas. There'll be a gate celebration on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Apply the schedule.
That's going to make me want to go someplace at 2 cents. Absolutely.
The world of baseball. Birmingham Southern College closed its doors for good on May 31st, but its baseball team was still alive and playing in the Division III Baseball World Series in East Lake, Ohio. Sadly, their season came to an end yesterday. They lost a heartbreaker 11-10 to Wisconsin Whitewater. The school had to shut down because of financial issues. That's your news on this Monday.
You ride your bike.
Anybody ask you?
Anybody ask you? Stay safe on the road. Alabama law says vehicles should give a minimum of 3 feet when passing. Anything can happen when riding a bike. branches, even car doors. Ooh, the Montgomery Bicycle Club is asking drivers, stay wider of the rider. Pass a bike like you'd pass a car. Space saves lives. Learn more at mgmbikeclub.org and on social media. Stay wide of the rider.
At Guardian Credit Union, we believe that banking should be personal, just like the relationships we build with members. Imagine a place where you're not just a credit score, but a valued part of our community. At Guardian, our listen, understand, and tailor financial solutions that fit your unique needs. From buying a car to saving for college and even starting a small business, we've got you covered.
I don't know why I drank coffee. I do not like it.
Goals together. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong.
But I drink it.
Insured by NCUA.
Why do I drink coffee? Because it's wet. I don't like it, but it's here. I think it's just a habit.
Spread by tiny ticks, often smaller
But
than the head of a
my coffee thing is like
more widespread than
one
tuberculosis and
spoon of coffee and 14 spoons of cream. So really, I don't like the coffee. I like the cream. Okay, especially carnation. I don't know whoever came up with hazelnut cream for coffee. They need to take that back to the store. I don't know who came up with that one. I didn't do that. But. So I like a little coffee with my cream, not a little cream with my coffee, if you understand what I'm saying. I know, most of you don't care, but I just thought I'd share that with you.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart
Okay,
my mother remains strong.
Now that I got that off my chest.
You lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
All right, it's time to go to work.
Hero Show tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. Because it's one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. And you should greet this day with more enthusiasm than you have ever greeted any day in the past. Why is that? Because this day was not promised. And you got the wake-up call. So, let's be glad in it. Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It's time to rise and shine. Now, we start our show off with our daily bread because there's nothing wrong with a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for your soul. Good morning. It is June the 3rd, 2024. Believe it or not, it is halfway through the year. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Cleansed by Christ. Our scripture insight today comes from 1 John 1, 5 through 10. 1 John 1 and 9 reads, He is faithful and just and will forgive us of our sins and purify us. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is June the 3rd. It is a day that has never been. It is a day that won't ever, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And you don't get a chance to come back to undo the things that you do, good, bad, or indifferent. So whatever you do, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and the love of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, while you can. Because somewhere along the line, somewhere in our lives, we may have forgotten who it was. A brother, a sister, a mom or dad, a friend. Somebody helped you along the way. If it was no more than some great advice, somebody helped you. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Or you'll fail at a thing or two, but you'll never be a failure until you quit. Give out if you must. Rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up. Because quitters will never win. And winners may lose a thing or two. We all do. But they never quit. My mother said nothing beats a failure but a try. Martin Luther King said if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever quit. Don't ever give up. Because quitters will never win. And winners, they never quit. And no matter what happens this day, remember this. It is a great day, outstanding day to be alive. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Cleansed by Christ, was written by Nancy Gavilanes. My first short-term missions trip was to the Amazon jungle in Brazil to help build a church by the river. One afternoon, we visited one of the homes in the area that had a water filter. When our host poured murky well water into the top of the contraption, within minutes, all the impurities were removed and clear drinking water appeared. Right there, in the man's living room, I saw a reflection of what it means to be cleansed by Christ. When we first come to Jesus with our guilt and shame and ask Him to forgive us, and we receive Him as our Savior, He cleanses us from our sins and makes us new. We're purified, just like the murky water was transformed into clean drinking water. What a joy it is to know we are in right standing with God because of Jesus' sacrifice, and to know God removes our sins as far as the east is from the west. But the Apostle John reminds us that this doesn't mean we'll never sin again. When we do sin, we can be assured by the image of a water filter and be comforted by knowing that as we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. Let's live confidently, knowing that we're continually being cleansed by Christ. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 1 John chapter 1, verses 5 through 10. This is the message we have heard from Him and declare to you. God is light. In Him there is no darkness at all. If we claim to have fellowship with Him and yet walk in the darkness, we lie and do not live out the truth. But if we walk in the light as He is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, His Son, purifies us from all sin. If we claim to be without sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. If we claim we have not sinned, we make Him out to be a liar, and His word is not in us. Let's pray. Dear God, we are grateful for your unwavering mercy, knowing that you graciously forgive us when we stumble. When we become discouraged, remind us that we are a work in progress and that you are continuing to form us into the people you've created us to be. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for listening today. My name is Brenna Holzclaw, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
I think we're gonna start back PT. Some of you guys look like you're getting out of shape out there, so we're gonna have to, start PT at least 3 times a week. Okay? Like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm just saying that's coming up next week. Not this week. It's not this week. I got to get used to it again. Anyway, good morning to you as we celebrate our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, and Space Force. Hey, I spent the whole weekend talking to a bunch of guys from 2nd and 75th Ranger Battalion. I know, and I'm going to have one of them on with us sometime this week. So for all those folks out there don't believe I was ever there, they're going to be on with us this week sometime. Anyway, those are some true soldiers over there, I'm telling you. Good morning to you. And also, we're going to say good morning to some of our local heroes, of course, the Montgomery Sheriff Department, of course, Derek Cunningham and the crew, and also our Montgomery Police Department, at least a few we got left. Let's say good morning to them too this morning. We appreciate you. I'm doing my best to get you somebody. I talked to my son over the weekend about being a policeman. I'll let you know what he said later on. My youngest one, he'd be 18 this year, so he can get some good training until he hit 19, so he can carry a gun. Anyway, but I talked to him about it. Yeah, I'm not just talking the talk. I'm trying to walk the walk. And good morning to the Montgomery Fire Department, one of the best in the land. Good morning to Chief Jordan and all those guys over there. And all the district chiefs and all the folks around in the little red trucks. Okay, so they're not so little, but you know what I'm saying. They got their red trucks anyway, okay? I be waving at them all the time. Say, who's that crazy guy waving at us? Okay, well, it's me. It's just me. Little blue car, just waving over at the guys. I got to get some business cards. I'm not famous yet around town. Mm-hmm. Got a lot to talk about this morning. Oh yeah, a lot to talk about. Heard the mayor yesterday on another radio station. I know. To me, all of the others are irrelevant. But every once in a while, you gotta see what's going on out there. So Roscoe. Oh yeah. But thank you for having them on. You're not tough like me, but that's okay. It's better to get a little bit than to get nothing. I'm just saying. But he did say some interesting things yesterday. I'm going to quote him. Because unless you come up here, it don't really matter where you go. I'm just saying. Their motto is Semper Fidelis, but they couldn't pronounce that. So they cut it short and made it Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. The United States Marine Corps. I could have been one. That could have been. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd have smoked basic training. I would have smoked it. Yes, I would have walked through that. Matter of fact, they probably would have made me a drill sergeant as soon as they got out of basic training. That's how tough I would have been back in the day. You're short, you got to be tough. You can't be a wuss. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and Space Force, and hey, maybe I could talk Z going into Space Force. I don't know. I don't know if I can or not. Anyway, good morning, and good morning again. It is a great day to be alive. A lot of things to talk about. They in Akron, Ohio over the weekend, well, you already heard, 24 people shot? I mean, mass shooting. So I guess black folks trying to keep up with white folks now have mass shootings every other week. I don't know what's up with that one. But I do have some suggestions. About how to curb the gunfire in our cities. I do have some suggestions. And I checked these suggestions out. They're not unconstitutional. They're not repressive, oppressive, whichever press you want to talk about. But I came up with a way. Oh yeah, I came up with a way to to hopefully suppress some of these gunfires and something. And of course, I really believe that the way people do their hair today is an indication of how crazy they are. Okay? Because every time I looked in the newspaper and somebody then did something crazy, like attack somebody, shoot at somebody, they got dumb looking haircuts. So maybe, I'm just saying, maybe if we start putting people in jail with dumb haircuts, we could cut out some of this. Okay? I mean, just put them in the jail for looking stupid. Is that a charge? Okay, that's not a charge. It ought to be a charge. But anyway, look in the newspaper, go to the sheriff department, look on the people in jail, and they all got crazy looking haircuts. As a matter of fact, they're not even haircuts. I don't know what the hell they are. They look like vagabonds. They look crazy. And I believe, now, I like I said in public school, the way you walk around looking is the way you act. So I think it's a good indication when you walk around with your hair looking all crazy, don't comb your hair, all that stuff. Yeah, I think we'll just put you in jail to begin with. That way save us all a lot of time. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not the police, nothing like that. But look at the newspaper this morning. Look at what happened in Akron, Ohio. Look at everybody that gets arrested looks crazy. And these three kids, look at them. Go to the Montgomery County Sheriff Department at the website and look at everybody just about that's in there. And that's black and white folks, okay? Everybody's in there got a crazy looking hairdo because their mentality, their mental state is gone. It's over, okay? So I'm just saying, maybe we ought to, Mayor, we need an ordinance that says you cannot walk around with a crazy looking haircut. Because to us, that's an indication that you're about to do something. I'm just saying. I mean, we need, look at them. Just go to the newspaper and look at them. Go to Montgomery Advertiser. Look at them. They look crazy. I'm just saying, maybe that's one of the ways that we could stop some of this gun shooting before it starts. Because everybody doing it looks crazy by the head. I mean, maybe that's an indicator. Hey, maybe that is. So what we ought to do is make the barbershop, especially my folks over at Heritage and my folks at Platinum over there, maybe we should give them a whole lot more business and get everybody a decent haircut, and then they'll act decently. I'm just telling you. I think with these hairdos that people are wearing, air is not getting to their brain. Okay, so they're acting crazy. I mean, just go on Google. Look for shootings last night, and everybody that they make a suspect has a crazy looking haircut. Okay, they do. They got it. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, I'm just saying. Just about all of them. Every time you look at somebody that did some shooting, some crime, they got a crazy looking haircut. I mean, you won't see anybody in a three-piece suit, okay, doing it. How you carry yourself tells a lot about what you think of yourself. Okay, I'm just saying we might want to think about doing that. Now, I'm not saying that everybody with a crazy hairdo is crazy, but it's a good indicator. It's a good indicator. All right, good morning. Who's this? Like I don't know. Good morning, Ed. Mm-hmm.
American flag. No, that's stupid. That is stupid. Because you God said on the first and the latest. You know, you don't know, you call me somebody, you can somebody. I need to be the thing. John,
I don't think.
oh, they didn't. But it was a good one. You know, they're lying. You know,
Well, one thing about it, everybody listening to this show know who you are. That's all I can be sure of. Listen. I'm tired of hearing that shit. All right. That's the way I open the show. You don't like it, listen to someplace else. I know, but if you don't like it, listen to the show. We got a whole bunch of channels on the radio, so you can go to any one of them you want to. I manage. Okay. About the truth. All right, yeah, that's enough for you. All right then. All right, that's enough for that. I'll just nine some of it every day. Sometimes we do it. 7:33 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? See, it must be money. See, I'm inundated with, know, I'm an engineer to put caller ID on my thing so I can block the troubles. No, I'm not going to block it. I'm going to listen to you, family, but I mean, 34 is the morning, a lot of things going on. But anyway, so remember what I told you about the Hair News? I want you to go to the newspaper, see everybody that has did something crazy, and they all got crazy looking hairdos. Yeah, I just want you to look at that. And maybe, I'm not saying we should do this, but maybe that's an indication of what they are about to do. I'm just saying, right there. Here's a newspaper, they historic West Montgomery grant you optimism about change. Well, grants are good, but grants they come and they go. What we need is an economic engine over there that will continue after the grant leaves. Okay, I'm just saying. Good morning. Morning. Yes. Oh yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They want to shoot. The China on our doorstep one of these days, and you can go to Syria, you can go to Iran, you can go. Hey, why not just go to Africa, go to Somalia somewhere? They always shoot over there. I mean, if you want to be tough, then be tough when somebody shoots back at you. Cut your hair. They cut your hair, and there's a reason for that. Yeah, yeah. You need to break you down, and build you back up. Yeah, mhm. Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. Since we can't seem to, get enough people to join at the moment, I think the judges ought to give them a choice. You know, and are you, or or get bent over by the arm, whichever, whichever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But didn't Obama come up with did he come up with some sort of organization, something core, something we came up with, do some time and get some money off the student loan and stuff like that. Exactly what it was called, but it's something. Yeah, yeah, hey, listen. Yesterday, I saw the paper. The mayor of one of these cities in Minnesota said, "Hey, thank you, President Biden, but hand off my loan." I'm familiar, right? So I just, I was saying, so somebody over there on the mayor check or whatever saying, "Hey, thank you for being my people." Yeah, amen to that. Oh, you do it. You said it. Come on, who's this? Yeah, turn that down in the background, whatever that is. That's it. Yeah, when y'all call me online, you got to turn it down a little bit. I get feedback. Out the yard. Okay, then. Good, good. What's up? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, political persecution is a little bit different than doing regular crimes. That man was persecuted. Wait a minute. Trump didn't make this. Okay. Yeah. Well, I've been part of that, right? Who? I don't care. I'm going to call his name. Who are you talking about? There's a guy right now in death row. The Innocence Project has been trying to get out. Listen, who? Who? Just tell me who it is. Next to it, I don't have. Listen, I know there are people in jail that don't belong there, and I also know there are people walking around that do belong there. I don't use that language. I, 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 it's the system we have, whether it's fair or not. Well, that is subjective because some people get screwed. It is. It has never. It has never been fair, but it is what we. It is what we have. It is what we have. Well, some of them ain't political prisoner, but in this case it was. Well, listen, that's my opinion. That is my opinion. You're entitled to yours, and we'll agree to disagree, but not to disagree. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, because they all feel the political pressure. That's why they won't do it because they get threatened about their job. And I mean, that's what you want to talk about politics? Oh, man. A lot of people would rather come on here and tell us the real deal, but they can't. They're kind of scared. Wait a minute. I talk off the air all the time, and they just don't want me call up in the political Bravo Sierra. That's what they do. So they just be quiet and do their job if they're allowed to do their job. See, yeah, yeah, we sure are. We sure are. If I live and that happen, it could be the biggest party I ever seen. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll let you listen. I'll let you set it up for me. All right. Got around and we'll be back right now. It's 8 6 on 14 42 in the morning. I haven't got to it. I haven't got to the juicy stuff. Akron, Ohio. Yeah, 24 people shot. Oh, yeah, I was in the hood. You know that's where.
New world. Your whole thing becoming an asshole, change up your work day without me, can't go shopping without limping down the aisle. I'm Dr. Brian Chili, a board-certified podiatrist with specialized training in endoscopic procedures for heel pain and neuromas. Most diagnostic procedures can be performed right in the office, saving you the time and trouble of going from place to place. So don't run around town to fix your feet. Call me at 265-7585 for an appointment. That's 265-7585. Serving Montgomery, Greenville, and surrounding areas for over a decade. Follow me. Well, we're going to see you. Our places, pattern patios, material walls, and drainage systems to complete the outdoor living area. Share and hundreds of pictures on Facebook looking for your viewing. For years, you see the streets or signs and neighborhoods. Maybe it's happened. 334-284-9292. And please follow us on Facebook. The page descriptions of 284-9292. Information concerns.
Join the Sean News with the free team of the Encore Show. Please professional Sean and Bill Piper on News Radio 1440.
You know, I have made a comment to myself. You see, I believe, and people of reasonable intelligence believe that when the appeal process happens with the Trump thing, yeah, he'll be found, he'll be overturned. And if it's not overturned, then that means that who said, was that Abraham Lincoln or one of the great orators said that then we will, oh, that was Ronald Reagan said, then we'll doom ourselves to 1,000 years of darkness. So I'm good, but I do have a passport. Yeah, I do have a passport. So if it's not overturned, then I'm leaving the United States. I'm gonna be with Whoopi Goldberg, and a couple of other people said they're leaving the United States. Now I'm still at the money. Yeah, still at my but I'm gonna leave the United States for a little while and go someplace and go to Canada somewhere. At least I'm not going to Canada during wartime. Okay, so I'm just saying I'm just gonna go to Canada and be a liberal. Since we're gonna be all in the liberal reign anyway, and I got that passport. I don't have any stamp on the passport whatsoever. So if they don't undo this on the appeal, then I'm leaving the United States. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. Ziva's rolling up. I hate to say everybody. So we good, man. We good. So I'm just going to go there and go around for 50 years until it's over. All right, now let's go back to close. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's temporary. That's that's temporary. That's temporary. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Uh-huh. No, that ain't. I don't know who came up with that one. Yeah, I don't know who said that. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't here. Yeah. 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 I got it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Who said that? Yeah. 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 I know. Yeah. Yeah. We can. Yeah. Wait a minute now. We are still sworn. Wait. We took an oath. Right. Right. Okay. Well, now, but you take an oath, so we are sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States, brother. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now your oath is still good. Yes, sir. Yeah. 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 Mhm. Oh. Well, we need to. We need to put some of these idiots in the military. I know. I know. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah. Now I'm going to Canada. Now I'm going to Canada. Yeah, yeah. What I talked to the guy up there. I sent him a letter, and they told me, well, come on. I did. So I'm good. Yeah. Woo! We don't. Well, listen. We don't know. We could. Yeah. Hey, ain't no telling what's down there nowadays. Oh, I'm going in to get this fixed. Okay. Okay. Appreciate it. All right. Appreciate it. 7:53 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. No, we ain't gonna do that. No, we gonna storm Washington. Yeah. We're gonna be up there. Yeah. Look here. If you think January 6th was something, January 6th 3.0 show up. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna. Yeah. 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 I don't know. I don't really care who the vice president is. Yeah. I don't care who the vice president is at all. Long as it ain't Harris, we good. Whose birthday? Oh, Trump. Okay. Well, I ain't that big of a fan. I mean, I don't keep up with it. Okay. Who? Alabama? Oh, the Jefferson Davis birthday or something like that? Okay. And the South is the only place in America now where Memorial Day don't mean the same for everybody. I forget it. Don't live back there, but don't we can't forget it. It's part of who we are. Yeah. Well, people have a right to make their own heroes, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got one. We got one come up on the 19th. Okay. Although, wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. As a moment of levity, it seems that the Black people holiday comes in the middle of the week, so we don't get no 3 day week. You know? Okay, we get a Wednesday. Oh man, can we get a 3 day holiday out of this? Good morning. Good. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're gonna win that on appeal, so don't worry about it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I have it. I have it. Yeah, I ain't felt that bad. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, yeah. What's that got to do with killing people? Okay, but killing people. Okay, but you know how. Okay, but wait a minute, wait a minute. You know what were the counts he got convicted of? He, okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. They made a felon out of a guy. I, 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 I agree with you, but I'm going to tell you this. Okay, let me ask you. Have you ever? Can I ask you a question? Wait. Let me ask you a question. And then let me get a break and let me ask you a question. Have you ever ran a business? Have you ever ran a business? All right, have you ever ran a business? Though? I said, have you ever ran one? did you have somebody working for you? Okay. Did you fill out ledger? Wait. Did you fill out ledgers? Okay. Did you fill out ledgers? Did you pay people? Did you write checks to the employees? Okay. And again, and okay. Well. After the appeal, we'll have. Listen. Now that wasn't his peers. New York, they don't like Trump. They don't like Trump in New York because lawyers have a way. Hey, I gotta go. Lawyers have a way of taking your words and undoing what you said to make it sound like you did. So that's right. I don't blame. I want to get it through.
On News Radio 1440.
Prices are down 2.5 cents in the last week. The average now $3.19 a gallon in Montgomery. Statewide, the average is $3.15 a gallon. According to Gas Buddy, the cheapest price in Montgomery is $2.93. Montgomery Region Liquor is adding a new non-stop price. In Texas, it's a race on Wednesday. This baseball team was the Division III Baseball World Series.
Rodriguez, the stepmother, Lady Jill Biden, had entered the federal courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware, for the start of his federal firearms trial. Legal analyst Ben Rosenbaum.
Hunter Biden is going to have a rough week ahead. Not only is he the first son of an American president about to be tried in federal court, the evidence that is going to be used against him, the testimony of ex-wives and girlfriends, and emails and videos that are contained on that infamous Hunter Biden laptop, is going to return him to a very dark place.
Our latest CBS News poll found 57% of Americans agree with the guilty verdict in former President Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial, with opinions break down sharply along party lines. Overall, the numbers are 35% were before the trial. CBS is another top with Todd Blanche.
Trump says he will appeal, and his lawyer told me they won't go out trying to take it to the high court.
It means to go to the Supreme Court to write what we think is wrong. Absolutely.
Mexicans have elected their female president. Claudia Sheinbaum will succeed her mentor. There's hope much more for a particularly dangerous season. CBS News contributor Enrique Acevedo.
Mexico has seen 160% uptick in violence, with 27 candidates assassinated during the election cycle. The murder need to confess to control much of the drug trade in the U.S.
Two New York City police officers were wounded today in an exchange of gunfire with a robbery suspect. Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenny.
Our shooter here, he entered the country from Venezuela. He entered through Eagle Pass, Texas, back in July of 2023. So we know that he entered the country illegally.
Suspect among a group on scooters and mopeds was wounded and taken into custody. Just as more people get set to fly again, prices are going up. CBS is having employment. Airline tickets could go up for several reasons. Worldwide inflation, jet fuel costs, and the problem aircraft production is still up. Carriers are now flying more planes which burn more fuel. At a meeting of the International Air Transport Association, the group's director said it's unrealistic to think airlines can absorb the cost. The airline revenue worldwide is at a record high. American athletes gymnastics superstar Simone Biles is now a 9-time U.S. all-around champion. The 27-year-old finished with the top 2-day total on all 4 events in Texas. Fitness was done just one at a time during the long rail attacks. The CBS favorite for Olympic holds.
This is CBS News. Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe if it's switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 extra month. And that is huge. It's also true that people are waiting for making this switch. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works to fill out for 50 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's business. People love having telehealth and huge mission with PPO networks. Yeah, right. We can see the time, make it better. You can be happy with how you're taking care of your health. So if you're self-employed or from the gig economy, or you just want to plan you're happy with, you can call right now. There's a call in 2 minutes. See what you can say. It's a very, very few minutes to 2 minutes. Please don't be late. Call 877-2600. That's 877-2600. 877-2600.
An unusual problem for a pro golfer in the final round of the RBC Canadian Open.
Golfer C2 fans on the third hole and wasn't able to continue. Secure.com is one of the most famous companies in business. They actually brought in a random person from the gallery.
Yeah, this is a lot.
And on ESPN, that fan, after one hole of carrying Pan's bag, they right to another fan who finished the fifth 9. The veteran caddy was nearby and saw how they continued into the course to finish the round. Steve Capen, CBS News.
No problem for Taylor Swift fans. Looking up over her first concert in Lyon, France last night. Dancers performing for fans at Bugatti. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
In front of you. Your trusted your projects. That's good. You can keep working for the services. Whether it's in your home, or if you can use every step of the way. For a free quote today, Revenue Insurance Services, delivering 65 years of trust now, safeguarding your future.
Beautiful Alabama River. where we cook up fresh seafood for you. Got a fryer, a steamer, and a grill. Also got an RV park down here. You can come down and stay a little while. We also rent out pontoon boats. All you need is a driver's license, a credit card, a little common sense. We'll get you on a day on the river. Let's talk about fun times on the river, y'all. Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. We're killing it this week. 2 shows in one. Mr. Ben Prestige is here to open things up, and then Victor Wainwright will be here finishing up the night. So get out here soon. Come hungry, y'all. See you soon.
When someone drives up to your house, generally the first thing they see is your driveway, your invitation. Someday when you sell your home, your driveway will be the first to speak for how well you've maintained this investment. Hi, this is Tom Latham with Penny Earned and Concrete Technologies. Call us today for all of your concrete needs, your driveway and your swimming pool, as well as complete outdoor living areas, fire pits, fireplaces, stamped and patterned patios, retainer walls, and drainage systems to complete the outdoor living area. Our team's been together for many years, and our goal is to be the best. We have ideas to share and hundreds of pictures on Facebook posted for your viewing. For years you've seen our trucks in your streets and our signs in your neighbors' yards. Isn't it time you called 334-284-9292? And do follow us on Facebook for hundreds of pictures of current and past projects. Call Penny Earn today, 334-284-9292. 334-284-9292.
Penny and Concrete, beautiful changes. Listen to News Radio 1440 at work. NewsRadio1440.com. At home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on it. News Radio 1440.
That's good. She's looking to put the number by doing something as new as
And we are back. Good morning. Good morning. Got a lot of things to talk about still. We didn't get a lot of it yesterday. You know, and we did not get into a lot of it last hour. Okay, well, sometime today. Oh yeah. If you don't like Stevie Wonder, you're just not American. You know, I know that you are someplace else. But someone's been on a line for not that long. Not that long. Hey, good morning. Who's this? That's okay. Good Lord, want me to get out all that water, he's making their fish. Look, you know, I'm gonna let you. Yeah. Good. I'm you know what's that? Oh, yeah. Well, that would look kind of suspicious. Well, but again, though, but then again, the evidence would suggest. Well, listen. Okay, if you believe now, if you believe that back in the day, black folks got a righteous jury, then you are just out of the same world we are back in them days. I mean, come on, black folks did not get. O.J. Simpson, O.J. Simpson probably did it. Listen, that- well, I think that the O.J. Well, wait a minute. I think I think the O.J. Simpson jury was starstruck. Okay. No, I think they were starstruck. Yeah, but historically, whites, well, historically, yeah, well, it's been more. It's been a while, but it's not. It's fair enough. Well, lately, we got too many of them. Yeah, yeah, I remember that one. But we don't. Listen, I'm not letting black folks off the hook to do that kind of stupid stuff. I say something about black folks all the time. Well, I said all the time. Uh, I can't say what they say, but I mean, well, like I said last week, yeah, and there is there again. Like I said last week, it ain't the guns, it's our son. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, appreciate it. I think anyway. Uh, Good morning. All right, Randy. You know what? I just talked to you. You don't get a chance to talk till next hour. Okay. About by the rule. Abide by the rule. 8:13 in the morning. I keep Levitate was at the city council meeting last time talking about some program. Is that the same Levitate, the same women who made $42,000 a month off Montgomery dealing with the American Rescue Plan? Why we got them running some other kind of, I think it's a, I read it last week, can't remember what it is. But anyway, maybe one of our city council people tell me why we still got them on the payroll. I mean, $42,000 a year. Why do we still, I mean, excuse me, $42,000 a month? Why do we still have to levitate on the payroll for my government? I just, I mean, evidently they got this program about violence against it ain't working. I'm just wondering why we, there's nobody else in town that can do that? Good morning. Yes, I'm doing fine. Again? Hmm. Well, now he was the one who filled out the paper and said that he went on drugs. And, I mean, he don't fill out the paper. Um, I do not know. But wait a minute, but Hunter Biden, this is Bob Menendez's second time around. Well, I don't know, but I don't even know who he is. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hypocrisy is my middle name. Okay. But okay, right. But Hunter Biden, yeah, right. But Hunter Biden filled out the paperwork, said he wasn't a dope head, and that he didn't have all kinds of things. So, I mean, he filled that out. On him. Okay. But, well, we do have a two-tiered system, though. The lady, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The lady with the thing around her eyes in front of the courthouse, it's see-through. Okay? We know it's see-through. It is a T-series too. Okay, we have two T-series there. We have two T-series. Yeah. Well, whoa, it was political. Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Attorney. Let me ask you a question. If they give every business owner, every lawyer in the country go through a microscopic analysis of all the ledger entries, how many people do you believe would be in this? Oh. Oh, well, how do you know? Unless you're thinking for them. I mean, how do you know they're in thinking? Jurors are some of the dumbest people, and jurors most are some of the dumbest people in our community. Just because you get picked as a juror, don't give me intelligence. Used to be, but we right, but we live in a society that don't know the difference between females and males now. You think I'm going to trust you with my life? No, 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 no. Okay. Hey, let me ask you. Let me ask you. Wait. I got to take a break. I got to take a break. Isn't it true, from the lawyer's perspective, that the most unreliable jury, the most unreliable person most of the time is the eyewitness? Yeah. Okay. That's not fair. Okay. I gotta go. Okay. I gotta go. Appreciate it. Love you. Much. I mean it. Not like that, but you know what I mean. We'll be back. We got a guest in a moment. Didn't want to bring her into that conversation like that, you know. Talk about some important things. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. We do action. You sure do. Yeah. We have things to talk about. Who's ready? Who's ready? This is the best thing. Okay. Listen to us for the conversation. What are you doing? On this election in November. Right? Because of the justice, it really critics 130,000 exposure 30 years ago. Negotiated with the personal attorney for Donald Trump, and he said that he says the way my dude never revealed. With the records for correct office, in the Manhattan DA's office, I don't believe it. They've been involved here. I don't want to bring you in on that because people want to call and talk about that rather than listen to me. And even including all online.
Looking at a major project like updating the window treatments and a lot of major impact on the homes floor. Also, some of the cycles and the
Hey, I'm Brenda.
always one of them has the 100% satisfaction guarantee. 100%.
Yeah, I'll take something. No matter where you go, no matter where you live, there's somebody there. I live in Honolulu. There's somebody over there complaining about me. So you can go to the place where everybody's happy with where they live. So what you have to do is make your happiness where you live. Somebody, there was some devil was in heaven. No matter where that home is, that's home. I mean, I'm from South Florida. I mean, I don't really like it. It's not home. I ain't going back to the school, but no. I'm always right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
You can visit it in the heart.
Yeah, right. University of Notre Dame, of course, is there. Always. I've been in that. I went home a couple years ago, and I went out to the University of Notre Dame campus just to visit my old campus there. And I wrote Roll Tide out there. And I have been in Alabama way too long. I mean, Roll Tide. Oh, man. The best Sugar Bowl ever played was between Notre Dame and Alabama, 1972. I know you wasn't around. Don't worry.
Don't put plastic in the microwave because
I was barely around.
to leak into your food. We are serving
Great day. Great day. 23 to 24. 91. So this is like more like home than Indiana.
Right, right. Yeah.
Especially every time I think about the snow.
Yeah, I wish to be a little bit more, but I don't think I can use it now.
Put those headphones on. Okay, all right, that's good stuff right there. You ever heard that song before? Come on.
I don't think so.
Okay, you still come. On 80, what year were you born?
96.
Yeah, you're in New York. All right, then, we get it. Hey, that voice you hear from Amy Dennis. Amy Dennis is from the Montgomery Food Bank.
Part of Alabama Food Bank.
Is that a different one?
No, they're the same one, but we changed the name.
Okay, good, good. Now, before we get started, I just can't go out here and shout.
What do you mean?
Oh, I should have to go pay for it. I'm going to do that.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Well, we're here to help. But I would say,
take my bag out there and go through the aisles and find some stuff I need.
No, it doesn't work like that.
But I'm just,
You're trying to trick me out, I see.
no. So what does the food bank do?
Our food bank distributes food to people in need, and we do that via our partner agencies, which are really what we think of as those local pantries.
Mm-hmm.
So the food bank within Montgomery has 9,000 square feet. We distributed about 28 million pounds of food last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're doing that across our overall 35,000 area. And we're partnering with local pantries to do that.
Okay, so okay, so that's why I can come out here and shop.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, a lot of people with 501c3s and things of that nature that give out food. So if I came to you, if I didn't have a 501c3, but I wanted to help people in the neighborhood, Can I come out and get some food to help the people in the neighborhood?
You have to partner with those local
Okay.
pantries. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but there's lots of opportunities for everybody to get involved, whether it be volunteering at one of those local pantries or volunteering at our food bank to help to pack the boxes that will then be distributed to those agencies.
Like Macoa.
Yeah, Macoa they get some supplemental food from us.
Right.
Yeah, that they use to give out to the seniors.
Right.
But just a lot of the
I got to get on that list.
Oh. A lot of those local nonprofits that are distributing food in your community most likely get their food from us because we partner with them, we help them, we support them, give them access to food at a discounted rate and things like that.
What kind of food? I mean, is it like green beans all the time and stuff like that? I mean, what kind of food is it?
Well, I think when people think about food banking, they're thinking about canned food.
Yeah.
And we do have that.
Right.
We have a lot of that. But we also have lots of fresh produce, nutritionally dense items. We have frozen product as well, so frozen fruits and vegetables, frozen meats. We have really good food, things that are good for you and that will keep you satiated for a long time.
What's the word you use?
Oh, satiated.
Okay, I mean, what that mean?
It keeps you full and it keeps you, energized and.
So for now, just say keep you full.
Yes. You caught me. I released those words from my.
I got you.
My SAT words.
Okay, I got you. All right. But we understand it. Okay, I knew you was going, but I just had to make sure my audience knew. Satiated, that's something we don't use every. Can we satiate? Okay, you can't get anybody to say that. Okay, so the food. So if you are a nonprofit organization, and what your job is to go to the pantries that get the food from the food bank, and then you can go to those places and fulfill whatever need that you think that is needed. I'm going to assume that if you don't have you have to be nonprofit in order to go out there.
Yes, so our partner agencies are either going to be nonprofits, 501c3s, or a church entity. And so those are the people we partner with. And then for the community, they have access to those pantries. So contacting your local pantry, finding out when do they distribute the food, how often, are there any sort of requirements? But we give out food freely to people, but sometimes when you think about like a senior program, there are some like
Macoa.
Yeah, you need to be 60 and older, or there's certain those kind of guidelines.
I had another, but churches are just qualified because they're a church, right? Okay.
Yes. But when you come on as an agency of ours, we're going to set you up for success, right? So they're going to go out and they're going to visit your facility, make sure that you're equipped, you have what you need, you can store the food, you have help, volunteers for those days that you distribute. You can't do it by yourself. So really, our job as a food bank is to support those local pantries.
I have, and call me naive, because I don't. Are there really that many hungry people in town?
Yeah, and you just wouldn't expect it, right? I know where you're coming from, because a lot of people say, well, I just don't see it. But I think that maybe hunger looks a little bit different than we can even imagine. There was a study that just came out from our parent organization, Feeding America. We're a Feeding America food bank. And in our territory, there are 256,000 people that are considered food insecure. And that's an increase of about 40,000 people from the last time this study was done. So we know that people are falling in the gaps there. And I don't understand how. You don't understand how. Okay,
because everybody gets food stamps. If you don't have food,
I think a lot of times people make a little too much to qualify for that. Like, meaning, they've reached that threshold and they're just a little bit over, and so now they've lost access to that. And so that's when the food bank steps in, right? Because we see people and we allow them to come and receive our services, and maybe it's, I use an example, maybe it's the mom who just can't make it to get her groceries until Friday. She gets paid on Friday and it's Tuesday and she doesn't have enough. So she has to go to the food pantry just to kind of fill in.
And see, that's why you guys do what you do and I don't, because I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. Because when I was coming up, we certainly got the cheese boxes. I mean, government cheese was some of the best cheese ever known to mankind. Now, the one time we got dog food, Yeah, we turned that back in. But that's okay. But if we'd been hungry, then we probably would have cooked some of that too. It was tough in those days. Matter of fact, I don't want to tell you too much about my dates because you would start crying, and then I got to get the napkins and all that stuff. So we don't want to go through all that. But I do understand the necessity for it, though, because like you just said, there are people, you can work your butt off, and most of it's working poor people. It's not lazy people. It's not people who won't get up and go to work. A lot of them do. They just
the majority of the people that we serve are people that are working and out in the workforce and doing their jobs. And today, it's so much inflation and all of that. It's just all contributing, right? Everyone is in need. I always tell people that. I'm like, we're just helping people, and everyone is struggling these days. So if we can do something to just kind of to support them in that time where they're struggling, then that's a good thing, right? And I hope that people feel like they're able to do that and that they don't feel that shame associated with it. We want to remove that shame.
They ain't hungry enough. Because if you're hungry enough, you don't feel the shame.
Right. We want someone to reach out when they're in need and feel comfortable to do that.
Okay. So what do you need from our audience?
Yes, so I'm here to talk a little bit about Friday, June 7th. We have our WSFA Summer Fund and Food Drive. We do this every year in partnership with WSFA, and we host the event at Renfro's Market on East Chase off of Chantilly. And from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., we will have staff on site collecting non-perishable food items, as well as monetary donations, cash, check. And if for some reason you can't make it out on that day, you can always go to our website, hafb.org, and donate there to the cause. But every little bit counts. If you have, when you're going to the grocery store this week, buy a few extra items for our food drive, or bring a check or cash donation by that day when you're on your lunch break, before work, after work. You don't even have to get out of the car. You just pull up and one of our volunteers will help you.
And make the check out to
Heart of Alabama Food Bank.
Okay. Or you can use the initials.
Yeah, you can use HAFB. Yeah, sure.
Okay. HAFB.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me get this right. If you need food, you can't come straight to the food bank, but you can go. Is there a list of people that are participating with the food bank to give online or anything like that, so you can find out if somebody's in your community, in your neighborhood, something like that?
Yeah, if you go to our website, hafb.org, there's a tab that says Find Help. If you go to that tab, it's really simple. You type in your address, and then it'll pull up all the pantries in your area. So largely when people call us, that's what we're providing with that information, so then they can follow back up.
And if you don't know how to use your computer or anything like that, please just call me here on the air, and I'll put your, I'll text me your address, and I'll put it in there for you and find out who's doing it. Because you can't go directly to the food bank. The food bank gives food to the people who distribute the food in the case of your emergencies or anything like that. And like me, sometimes I'm thinking, man, ain't nobody hungry out there. But there are people who work, who got, just can't make it. Because there's one grocery store in town ought to put a sign and say, don't shop here because you don't make enough money. I ain't going to say which one it is, but I'm just saying, I maybe come to see you. Well, I'll go to one of your pantries. Is there a number that people can call to sort of find more out, or do you want to do everything online?
Everything online mostly, but if you go to our website, we do have a phone number you can call for our office, and just call us, and we can walk you through all those steps on the phone, as well as finding your own pantry if you're not.
You want to give me that number?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just give it to me. Yeah, food bank, okay. Because this is for the churches out there, people who may want to help people in their community.
Exactly.
And this is what we do.
So it's 334 263 3784.
334-263-3784. Okay.
That's right. And I also wanted to mention, for your listeners, volunteering is another good way to get involved. So everything that we do at our local food bank, at the Heart of Alabama Food Bank, volunteers are the ones who pack those boxes that then get distributed to our agencies. So we need help all the time. We have.
Can I give you an hour or something? Do I have to do it all day?
You don't have to do it all day. No. Our shifts are 2 to 3 hours long, but however much you can contribute, we are very appreciative of that. And what's great is you can get your your groups involved, your businesses, get your church group out there.
I would imagine Maxwell has people come out there
Yes, we
sometimes.
have Maxwell come out a lot, often, to help us, because we're right there next to them. But it's just a good opportunity for teams to come and, you know, get involved and do something positive.
Side.
Yeah,
see
see like what's going on, and as well as in the summer when, you know, your teenagers are looking for something to do, this is something positive that they can do. We have shifts in the morning and the afternoons, so you choose the time that's best for you. And we also do a Saturday volunteer day as well.
Okay,
once a
I
month.
won't be showing up on Saturday, but
okay.
I may do it through the week. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. Okay.
He's absolutely right. You know, kind of filling in the gaps there with, that's kind of what we consider with the food insecurity piece, right? Maybe they don't have access to a grocery store around them that has nutritious foods. Maybe they only have the Dollar Tree around the corner, but you know, in we talk about other issues, right? Transportation and food deserts and all of these things that contribute to.
So what's a food desert?
So food desert would be just that. So like you live in a community where your closest Walmart is like 15 miles away. And so if you don't have access,
they should move.
They should. Well, you know, some people don't have the ability to do so. So, but that leaves them with, you know, the options that are directly in their area, and maybe they're not. They don't have access to those.
And you certainly can't go to your dollar stores and find good nutrition. I mean, it's food that you, in emergency or you know, not necessarily necessary food, but items. So it's good. So y'all do give out fruit and stuff like that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do y'all give out watermelon?
Yeah, we get watermelon sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes.
Sometimes so a lot of our food is from these local retail partners. If you think about a Walmart or a Publix or an Aldi, they offload product to us, perfectly good product that otherwise would have been disposed
wait a
of.
minute, I can't come there and shop anyway, so I have to go to a pantry.
Yeah, you get it all from the pantry, but we source the food at the food bank. So we're in charge of going out there and finding this food, and these retailers partner with us to give us their excess.
How old, if I got some food to give you, I want to clean up my cabinets. I want to start with all new canned food. How old
do
you don't, what is the age you don't want?
We don't accept expired product. So
That'd still be good though.
Make sure, yes, we do, and we follow a lot of USDA guidelines on that. So some items do stay fresh a little bit longer, but just for the most part, when I'm talking about donations, try to keep it to those items that are not expired. Think about, I always tell people, I'm like, this is something you would want your grandmother to receive. Let's think about.
Now, if you don't like your grandmother, then.
Oh yeah. Your family member who you care about. So we want to make sure that the item's not dented, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not, you know,
botulism.
Nothing like homemade. Sometimes nothing homemade. It's got to have a label on it for us to accept it. And
so if I put some peaches together a long time ago and put them in one of them mason jars, you don't want that.
No, because we just don't know where it comes from. We don't know the nutritional value, things like that. So yeah, and we have to follow all those guidelines, right? So when that product comes in, it's being checked for all of those, you know, if it's dented, if it's, you know, if it's out of date, if it's all of those things, we're checking that information. Yeah.
Well, then again, our guest has been Amy Dennis. She is the community engagement representative for the Heart of Alabama
Food Bank.
Yeah. Food Bank. And if you older, you know, and if you don't have a computer at home, you call 334-263-3784. Individuals, you can't just go out there, but if you belong to a church or a nonprofit organization and you want to make sure that people are eating or have some food security, I like that word, that Bush came up with that years ago, you know, then these people can help you decent food too, not stuff that everybody throw away, so you don't have to worry about getting any of my beets. Okay, I don't know who the hell came up with beets. They want to give the beets, but you know, that to me the worst thing I can get from from a food pantry or anybody is beets. Who eats them?
Some people like them. I'll have to tell
Really?
you, I know some folks that
They
like
eat
beets.
beets?
Yes.
Okay, how about green beans? Been in like.
Oh, we always like the green beans. We
Really?
keep those around. Yeah, of course.
Well, I guess I'm just an unusual breed. But I can't stand green beans or beets. Okay. And canned potatoes. Canned potatoes, they'll last a while though.
Yeah.
Canned potatoes last.
Yeah.
And peas and carrots.
Absolutely.
Okay. But I'm just saying it wouldn't be bad to buy some spam, and some corned beef hash. Because people love corned beef hash. You can put it with rice and give some rice away too, because we need to cook some of that stuff too. Anyway, Amy Dennis, thank you for showing up and visiting us this morning. I know it's much on that FM station down there because they kind of boring, but here you can express yourself in any manner.
Oh, I appreciate you taking time.
You get questions here if you haven't get any book. Yeah. We'll be back after this.
Oh, nice that you said that. Very cool. I like you get to sit and talk. You get to go a little bit more in depth. Yeah.
you sell your home, your driveway will be the first to speak for how well you've maintained this investment. This is something that we approve on your company technology. Talk today for all your company needs, your driveway and your swimming pool, as well as complete outdoor living areas, fire pits, places, stamped and patterned patios, retainer walls, and drainage systems to complete the outdoor living area. Our team's been together for many years, and our goal is to be the best. We have ideas to share and hundreds of pictures on Facebook posted for your use. You may consider putting your streets or signs for your yard. Even at times, we have 334 current and past projects. Call me on today, 334-284-9292. 334-284-9292.
And welcome back. Did you know this is alcohol? This is did you know that this is alcohol awareness month? 65 million Americans drink or drink heavily. April this month is an alcohol awareness month. This month is set aside to raise awareness of the dangers caused by alcohol misuse. 29% of all traffic fatalities are caused by alcohol. Impaired drivers, teen alcohol use. Did you know that alcohol use kills nearly 5,000 people a year? That's more than illegal drugs combined. Closer, the Council on Substance Abuse, okay, bringing about awareness to reduce the pain and suffering caused by alcohol use. So if you or someone you know need help with alcohol abuse, there is help. COSA cares. Give the Council on Substance Abuse a call today at 334-262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. And go to COSANCABD.org. Educate. Okay, our job is to educate you on the dangers of alcohol. So call COSA again, 334-262-1629. 334-262-1629. Okay, for help now. Or prior to, it's never too late. It's crucial. Yeah. Make sure you call that number. If it's not you, and you know somebody, hey, give them a call. Then they can help you. 262-1629. Let's go. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. All right, then. So much for that. Not to make that short to the point. Other things we're talking about today. I got a couple of stories here. And I'm still wondering, every one of our city councilmen can talk, because why is Levitate doing a program when we paid them $43,000 a month to tell us what the paper said on American Rescue Plan? Why are they still on the payroll? I mean, I'm not mad at them. Why? There's nobody else can do that? Okay. Listen, spam is good when you're hungry. The only meat I know is lunch. You can burn up and it still tastes good. Okay? I'm just saying. So I'm just wondering, so I guess they're doing some sort of, I don't know what they're doing. Is that Terry Reynolds, I think it's the name? Community police and stuff. I don't need them. Also, there was a story in the paper over the weekend, and I'm going to get to this. There's a Montgomery promissory concerned about the disturbing trend of daily shootings in the capital city, and like we all are. Okay? The violent crime continues to be a concern to the capital city. Actually, spoke to my administration to shed and light on what doctors and nurses are dealing with daily. Doctors and nurses in the first room are on the front line trying to put back together patients, okay, whose bodies have become torn apart by gunfire. So far, there have been 27 homicides in Montgomery this year. But for every one homicide, there are 7 gunshot wounds or stabbings that occur. This disturbing trend we're seeing a lot more teenagers admitting to a lot more, admitting a lot more teenagers, like Richard Mullins said. Dr. Richard Mullins has spent the last 14 years doing traumatically injured victims of the Montgomery Baptist County. He says that the uptick in the number of gunshot wounds lately is alarming. It has really gotten bad in the last several years. There's one 17-year-old who was admitted twice within 3 months, within a 3-month period for being shot. We're averaging more than one gunshot a day. Surgeons in all Montgomery County, he says, the assault rifles, the AR-15 and some AK-47, those injuries are just devastating when someone is shot with a pistol. The valve has to have a hole in it, and they kind of cut in half. When you get shot in one of these higher powered rifles, it just shreds it. It just shreds the valve. According to statistics from the state trauma registry, 92% of patients, okay, who were brought to back to the South with gunshot wounds were shot in Montgomery County. There's talk that there's not really gang violence here, but just talking with some of the policemen in the emergency room, a fair number of those would disagree with that, says Mullen. In 2022, there were 365 shooting victims. 29 were transferred from outside hospitals, and the remaining 332 were brought to back to South from shooting scenes in Montgomery. In 2023, there were 429 shooting victims. 38 were transferred from outside hospitals, but 391 were shot in Montgomery County. And so far this year, in a 3-month period between January and March, there have been 103 shootings. Multiply that times 4, and Montgomery is likely to have about 400 shootings by the end of 2024. Look at 2 or 3 at one time. And that's just it's an alarming president. So here's my thing. So does anybody out there, is there anything constitutionally we can do to try to, I heard the mayor yesterday, we had planned to, we didn't really have a plan. Is there anybody out there, is there anything constitutional we could do to try to stem some of the shooting in Montgomery? And I came up with it. I came. But I asked myself, now New York, which is a big city, what, 18 people, they have a couple things that they do. Now, I'm all for stopping this. I am. I'm all for stopping this. Okay? Because if you're not 19 years old, you're not supposed to walk around with a gun anyway. 18 if you've been in the military and you have been honorably discharged. Okay, I don't know how you can be in the military for any amount of time, still be 18, and be honorably discharged, unless it's a medical issue or something like that. You got hurt. But so there's got. So I looked at what New York does. They have to stop and frisk, which somebody stopped them from doing it. But there's one other thing that New York does that I think is, well, I don't like to go to New York for any example for anything. But they do one thing that I believe would make a small difference in Montgomery when it comes to all these shootings. Okay, I'll tell you what that is in a few seconds here. 18 to 6 in the morning. I probably have time. I won't have time to tell you next hour. Good morning. Well, let me ask something. Why should we, again though, why should we depend on the government? What needs to be done is something with our son and their father. That's the biggest deal. Right. Exactly. So, cyberbullying, who's scared of that? So are our people, wait a minute, are American people that weak that they want to hurt themselves because somebody said something about them? Then we got a hell of a problem in America. But then again, so what you're saying to me is that culture of people don't care nothing about life. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I got to run my time to stop an hour, so I'm not cutting you off. We'll be back.
Well, 1440.
We're hitting the road this summer for family trips. Some good news about gas prices. In Montgomery, prices are down 2.5 cents in the last week. The average now $3.19 a gallon in Montgomery. Statewide, the average is $3.15 a gallon. According to Gas Buddy, the cheapest price in Montgomery is $2.93. The Montgomery Regional Airport is adding a new nonstop flight to go from the capital city to Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. There'll be a gate celebration on Wednesday at 3 p.m. The flight is scheduled to leave Montgomery at 5:44 and land in Dallas at 7:54. Quite a story in the world of baseball. Birmingham and Southern College closed its doors for good on May 31st, but its baseball team was still alive and playing in the Division III Baseball World Series in East Lake, Ohio. Sadly, their season came to an end yesterday. They lost a heartbreaker 11-10 to Wisconsin Whitewater. The school had to shut down because of financial issues. That's your news on this Monday.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
That's it. Okay.
Hunter Biden, then his stepmother, First Lady Jill Biden, entering the federal courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware this morning for the start of jury selection at his criminal gun possession trial. Legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum.
Remember, it was just a year ago when Hunter Biden turned down a plea deal that would have made this gun charge and lying on a federal form virtually disappear, and the 2 felony charges he faces in California in a trial scheduled for September would have been downgraded to misdemeanors and resulted in no jail time.
President Biden wouldn't comment on the Delaware trial today, but said that as a dad, he has, quote, boundless love for his son. The White House former COVID point man is on Capitol Hill, set to undergo questioning this hour. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
This Republican-led House Oversight Subcommittee will question Dr. Anthony Fauci for hours today. Fauci will be asked about the social distancing and masking in schools that were implemented during the COVID pandemic, and he will tout the success of the COVID vaccine.
A first for Mexico.
It was a historic night for Mexico as 61-year-old Claudia Sheinbaum was elected her country's first female president. Foreign policy advisor Ramon de la Fuente said it's good not just for Mexico, but all of North America.
We're going to have a female president being essential part of the most dynamic and one of the most powerful markets in the world.
Adrienne Bard, CBS News, Mexico City.
CBS News has learned President Biden could issue a long-anticipated executive order as early as tomorrow to partially shut down asylum processing along the U.S.-Mexico border. More than 14,000 acres have burned so far in California's largest wildfire this year. Thousands of people east of San Francisco have been told to leave places like Tracy.
We took just anything we had that could pail water, buckets, cans, whatever we could find. I feel like if I wasn't here, it would have just everything would have burned down.
Bill Kern says he and a neighbor suctioned water out of a swimming pool to fight the fast-moving flames. Parents in Southborough, Massachusetts, outraged when they found out a teacher held a mock slave auction and later used a racial slur during her lesson on the economy of the southern colonies.
Very sad. I couldn't believe it. I had to show my husband. I'm like, look at this. This is crazy.
A teacher who asked 2 children of color to stand during the auction was placed on paid administrative leave. The Dow is down 83 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A new health challenge for a long-serving member of Congress. Correspondent Steve Kathan has the details.
15-term Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee says she's being treated for pancreatic cancer. The 74-year-old Democrat says doctors have developed a strong plan to target her disease, and she'll be occasionally absent while undergoing treatment. But she says she plans to work with leadership so she can be there for all votes.
The 74-year-old sponsored a bill in 2021 that led to Juneteenth being recognized as a federal holiday. New research shows teenagers are a well-caffeinated bunch these days. In a new poll, 23% of parents with teenagers say caffeine is a regular part of their child's life. Numbers from the C.S. Mott Children's Hospital show the most common sources are soda, tea, coffee, and energy drinks. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Attention foodies and sponsors. Get ready for the culinary event of the year. Cumulus Media presents Spoon, the ultimate tasting event, June 28th at the RSA Activity Center. Picture this, all the top restaurants in the river region gathered in one place, offering mouthwatering samples of their signature dishes. It's a feast for the senses. You won't want to miss. But here's the best part. We're looking for a few more sponsors to join us in making this event even more spectacular. Partner with us and get your brand in front of hundreds of eager food enthusiasts. Don't miss this opportunity to showcase your business. Spaces are limited, so sign up now. For more details on sponsorship packages and how to get involved, visit this station's website, Spoon, where the flavors of the river region come alive. June 28th. See y'all there.
To get your restaurant
Well, okay, now you got some
sponsorship opportunities to Spoons. Just visit this station's website and click on the tab labeled Spoons. Spoons, where the flavors of the river region come alive.
Prescriptions require alcohol consultation with healthcare provider and will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription fee.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
Hey, y'all, Lewis, at the Capitol Lodge tomorrow, we're on that beautiful Alabama River where we cook up fresh seafood for you. Got a fryer, a steamer, and a grill. Also got an RV park down here. You can come down and stay a little while. Also rent out pontoon boats. All you need is a driver's license, a credit card, a little common sense will get you on a day on the river. Let's talk about fun times on the river, y'all. Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. We're killing it this week. 2 shows in one. Mr. Ben Preston is here to open things up, and then Victor Wainwright will be here finishing up the night. So get down here soon. Come hungry, y'all. See you soon.
Hey, folks,
this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my teeth. First order of business, have your feet checked by a podiatrist. Without hesitation, I told my doctor, I'm going to Dr. Brian Kelly with Greenville Foot Care. I went to his clinic on Winton Blunt behind Baptist East. The staff was friendly and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on two major issues I had had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. He even recommended certain running shoes that better fit the structure of my feet. And your insurance even pays for annual visits to a podiatrist to better your health. No referral necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there, but see Dr. Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
The news you need, the news you can trust, the news you depend on. News Radio 1440. More at newsradio1440.com.
And good morning, everybody. A little bit of Alabama for you this morning to get the juices flowing here last hour. I got to get to the good part here. Come on now, let's get to the bridge here. Okay, here we go. My home is Indiana. Okay, that's right. I lay my head. That's right. My home is Indiana. I'm just saying. Northern bread is nothing wrong with whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is. Anyway, although I've been here longer than I've been in Indiana, so maybe I am an Alabama. I'm an honorary Alabamian now. 860-1440 is the number you want to get y'all up talk to the different on the line. Listen, I just want to get some information. If you're a youngster out there and you are driving a car and the state patrol is behind you, the state patrol and the sheriff, since we have a shortage of policemen, and see that the state patrol, sheriff department, volunteer firemen, whoever it is helping us police the city of Montgomery. Which we appreciate that. That's good. But I will tell you this: I don't listen. Do not try to outrun a state patrol. Okay, it's a futile effort. Okay, we got radio, we got choppers. Not we. They have radio. They have choppers. Just pull over, man. Okay, you think sooner or later somebody's gonna get behind you. You didn't have a driver license. You knew that was coming. So when it happens, just bend over and take it. Because you did this. Because you, and one of the reasons why that fourth chaplain, and then the police department trying to get killed, is because somebody trying to run from the police. Now he got another charge on. So listen, if you don't have a license, just don't drive. You got a bus, you still got one. I'm just saying, call Uber, something. Okay, you cannot beat the state patrol. Their job is driving fast, overflowing all the time. Okay? Don't do it. Just when I'm kidding yourself, kill somebody else. And personally, I don't think that the state patrol or city policemen or the sheriff should chase people. I just don't. Somebody's going to get killed. You can always catch this guy later. You got his car tag number, or you got whoever owns the car tag number. They ought to know who's driving it. I just don't think that we should do that. They ought to legislate or to do something about this. Don't go over 70 miles an hour. Whatever speed limit is, don't you go over that. Okay, but I'm just thinking that's not nothing good comes out of that most of the time to me. An innocent person always ends up getting hurt. And last week before that, we found out the chaplain in Montgomery Police Department got hurt. At the union. Got killed. And I'm just thinking, maybe it's time we rethink how bad do we want a guy in a car. If he ain't killing somebody, if he didn't just kill somebody, let him ride. Let him go. You can always check him out. Use the radio and call the car up ahead or something. It just doesn't make sense to put other people's life and limb in jeopardy to catch a crook. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, the crooks don't live and somebody else is going to die. I'm just thinking, don't do it. Okay. Reed Ingram, Mr. Anthony, all of you guys, we need to do something about this. Okay. Get the high-speed chase. It's not like it is on TV with SWAT. Okay. Nobody ever gets killed on TV. Okay. I'm just saying, maybe we're not going to think about this. Do those things. Okay. 860-1440 is the number. Come on, who's this? Which one? What you want? Just tell me what you want. Don't call me your friend. Just tell me what you want. I don't call you all kind of names. I don't call you anything. Okay, well everybody know who I am. Now, you got anything else more important to say? All righty then. 860-1440 the number. You want to give Charlotte talk to us on your mind this morning. Okay, I think I got the I still haven't heard about levitate. Why are we still paying levitate? Councilman Brewer? Councilman Calhoun? Councilman Brown? Councilman? All of y'all. Orange? The two women? Johnson and what's her name? You know, we have the ladies. Mr. Former chairman of the city council for years. What was his name right here? Solansky. Anybody tell us why we still paying them? And what I mean, we're paying them $42,000 a month. There's nobody else that can handle this program. $42,000 a month. Taxpayers' dollars are going to them, so they can tell us. Is that still going on? Does anybody know? No, I just think that's a hell of a lot of money. We could use AI and tell us what it is. Anyway, do you have like $42,000 a month for a couple of lawyers to tell us what the paper said? And we throw out about 7 universities. we gotta figure that out. 42,000, not a year, but a month. 22,000 from the city, $22,000, $20,000 from the county. I just want to. Now they're doing something else. Okay. Let me see. Somebody said Marty won't be feeling good till he said till white people start feeling themselves like we are. Okay. Woo, all right then. So much for that. Okay. I hope one of the days I plan to have our city councilman chair and the assistant vice here Friday. That's Mr. Calhoun and Mr. Pruitt. So hopefully we're gonna talk to those guys and maybe they can tell us what Levitate is doing. Why Levitate still getting money from the city of Montgomery? Um, I think by this time everybody could have figured out how to spend that money. Of course, they're not going to check anybody anyway. Yeah. I mean, you believe that people are going to go to jail for the what number is that? You think people are going to spend levitate money? I mean, for spending the ARPA program, American Rescue Plan. Really, do you think anybody else? Now that one program they came up with during COVID, PPP, had some people going to jail on that one. So rich people got money out of there and did all kinds of things. What I can't figure out if why it is that certain people get a bunch of money and the first thing we do is buy a brand new expensive car that we can't afford to keep the maintenance of. I can't figure that one out. Why would we buy an expensive car? I mean, $100,000 car. Who needs $100,000 car? I mean, sure, 200,000. Who needs a car like that? All you want to do is go to where you're going to go. But there are a lot of people, especially athletes, who not that bright, borrowed money and bought expensive cars, and now they in jail and their cars in somebody else's garage. Hey, that's why people kept trying to get some PPP money. Yeah, then I get some JJJ jail time. I ain't never seen that kind of money. So I know I'd have been in trouble. So I just left that money alone. All right, moving right on to other things. Here's a sad story right here. There was a little young man in a 2-year-old child was found in Florida. You know where he was found? He was found in the jaws of an alligator. Then, as we investigated more, we found that that child's mother. Was that child's mother had been killed. You ask yourself, well, how did somebody's 2-year-old child get out the yard and get eaten by an elevator? Who made expensive around people's property? Well, it seems like the boyfriend killed the mother, and I guess he put the child out there being eaten by an alligator. I mean, what kind of human being can do that? Honestly, what? Somebody spare us the court calls. Just spare us the court calls and just take them out. And so he kills the mother, and then he puts the child open up to the water for an alligator to eat. Okay? He stabbed the mother to death. And then, and this is down near St. Petersburg. Um, the St. Petersburg police department of highways said officers spotted an alligator with an object in its mouth. And they were searching for the child at that particular time. As the detectives got closer, they fired one round into the alligator. Holloway said that in press conference, the alligator dropped the object that he had in his mouth, and they weren't able to the child's body. I mean, I just no. Good morning. Yeah. So you believe? Wait a minute. So you believe somebody put somebody? Wait, hold on. You believe that somebody making an error on putting something on the piece of paper is equivalent to the man who put his child in harm's way? He killed the child's mother. Did he kill anybody? Did Did he kill anybody? Did, did he kill anybody? Did Trump kill anybody? No, it's not either. No, it's not either. No, it's not. There's some crime. There's some crimes that are administrative. Yeah. He did some. He did everything, but no, he didn't. Anyway, listen. I don't know why you keep bringing. Why you keep? Wait a minute. Why do you keep bringing up Trump to me? I don't. I don't care. No, I don't. Listen. I'm gonna vote if the guy's on the ballot and Biden's on the ballot. If the guy's on the ballot and Biden's on, I'm gonna vote for Trump. They don't run for office. Yeah, they don't run for office. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. I'm doing pretty good. Mhm. Mhm. No, I mean, it's no wait a minute. If that was my son, I wouldn't let him go. If that was my son, I wouldn't let him go to jail either. I'd pardon him. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, yes, I mean, I've never been on drugs. I've never even tasted them. I would imagine it's like an evil demon. It takes you over, and you know, and so I don't know. Yeah, yeah. But I'm glad. But hey, listen, I think that the Republicans are partly responsible for that. The Republicans don't like the one thing about Democrats. They'll beat you upside the head with an idea, beating you submit. And Republicans, I think they're going through the transgender thing because they don't act like they got a set. Yeah. And that's why if he's incarcerated, though, he's still on the vote for him, and he can pardon himself. I'm good. I'm good. I'm still vote if there's only two people on the ballot, and one of them died and one of them struck, I still vote. You know, I don't really think it matters at this point who the VP is. But if I had a choice, I would love for Ron DeSantis to be the VP. Mhm. Yeah. No. And he has Florida. He has Florida with a crime rate that is lower than it has ever been. Economically, they're doing well. He don't play. He's a reasonable guy, and that's who we need. If not in the first chair, at least in the second chair. Yeah, good. Yeah, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure we got. I appreciate. I'm pretty sure we got somebody in Alabama that moved here from New York. We'll see if we can find. It. We'll be back.
Where you are online, newsradio14.com. You can also listen on your phone. News Radio 14. For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner. Now we're proud to extend that partner further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Guardian is here to guide you every step of the way with a personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services. We've been 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future. When it's true, difficult times have a way of focusing. So many people are doing medicine right now. Medicine is a trusted way to save up to 50% of the money that so the important is to help people, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and expenses coming up. Takes $500 a month. It's really worth it. It's better with the free new membership with a battle for the now it's just please don't I think the number here is that if you keep the price of improvement, now, which start saving. There you go. Call 855-51. When someone drives up to you, the first thing they see is your driveway, your invitation. Someday when you see your driveway, you'll be the first to speak on how well you've maintained this investment. This is how we can technology. Call us today for all you can do your driveway and your swimming pool as well as complete outdoor living areas. It's stamp and pattern patios, retaining walls, and drainage systems to complete the outdoor living area. Together community is to be the best. Your hundreds of things on Facebook, people from your view. Here's you see the church with times and the other people. Even at times, you think they want to get over you need to do. Please follow us on Facebook. Hundreds of pictures of current and past projects. Call me here today. 334-284-9292. 334-284-9292. Suicide among veterans is 1.5 times higher than that of the general population. Insights veterans, if you or someone you know are dealing with suicidal thoughts, there is hope for heroes. Potential substance abuse today at 334-262-6129. Suicide among veterans is preventable. There is hope for our heroes. With COSA, you are not alone. We thank you, Heather. COSA cares. Call me today at 334-262-6129. Very simple. And the one who lost those vehicles because of limited intensity. Anything can happen in life. Right? You can argue it. Space saves money. London. For most of Alabama, tends to be more abundant from late spring to early fall. If you switch to companies that protects the weather, you feel that the users working quickly to protect yourself if you can. Prevention is key in safeguarding against typically fewer building systems. The more information and tips how to protect you and your family from these pests, visit our website at healthypet.com. Again, visit our website at healthypublic.com. Hannity, Biden and coherently appears live this afternoon at 2 p.m. News Radio 40.
And we are back. And so we've been at long and good morning. Thanks for holding. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Well, now, let's look at it. Okay, wait a minute. You know, wait a minute. I got to tell you, it's like, wait a minute. The platoon sergeant that you didn't like, what do you, wait a minute. I'm finna, wait a minute. This is politics. Wait a minute. This is politics. I'm not, now, you already got 3 minutes, okay. But listen, when the platoon sergeant makes first sergeant, what you call him? Wait, what you call him? Tell the truth. You know what you call him? First sergeant. Okay, so yeah. Well, they didn't know he was gonna win. The first time they didn't know he was gonna win. Yeah. Wait a minute. Harvard, the school that can't tell you what a woman is. Okay. What's it? I'm running out of time. Let me grab some more of these calls. But I hear you, brother. Okay. Harvard, with the school where they don't know the difference between a male and a female. You think I give them a lot of credibility? Good morning. Good morning. That's you. That's true. Exactly. Politics is politics. So he was a racist. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and he was, because remember, out of his own mouth, he said things, and his best friends were the KKK leadership. I mean, but hey, now that he's in there, hey, he's the man. Okay, so be it. Yeah, that's all he needs. That that's all that matters. All right. Hey, appreciate it. 860-1440 is the number. You want to give us a call? And if you're from New York, I'll put you in the front of the line. Good morning. Oh, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Well, I can look it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll check it out. Okay, I'll do it. Hey, appreciate it. 9:38 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, now no crying. No crying. Okay. Yeah. But they didn't. But they didn't. They did. But they didn't pass one. All they said was you don't have to get a license for a concealed weapon. No, there's still a law that says you can't have a gun till you're 19. Still, them either. Oh, okay. Mhm. But it shouldn't be a problem to anybody else but us. And let me ask you something. Will we do any better? Will we do any different? And what? Okay, well, let me ask you now. What's a gun law that would meet constitutional muster? If you could pass it, what would it do? Mm. And so if I wait a minute, if I take a 22 rifle and assault you with it, isn't that an assault weapon? Really? Okay, all right. Can't you kill somebody with one? You can kill somebody with one bullet. Well, you got me on that one. You got me. Yeah. Well, again, we can listen. There are many, many things that we could undo if we knew about what's going to happen. But again, listen, I don't believe anybody needs an AK-47 at home. But here's the problem. But what was the reason? But what was the reasoning behind the Second Amendment? Okay. Well, we're gonna include ourselves in it. But what was the reasoning behind the Second Amendment? Exactly. So just because you get the weapon and you're stupid with it, you can't blame the reasoning behind it. The law itself is not bad. It's just people are. Mm. Well, but I don't know. But I don't know what legislation, because the right to bear arms, there's no ambiguity in what that means. It says you have the right to bear arms, but you have a right to bear arms. So and well, listen. I mean, I think one of the biggest things we do, we put a woman in jail for selling her body when it's her body. She can kill a baby because it's her body, but she can't. I don't know. Some of our laws are, I appreciate, and it never will be, and it hasn't ever been. Good morning, you on there. All right, appreciate it. Just got done talking. Good morning, you on there. But it did mean so we can protect ourselves, before we can protect ourselves from the tyranny of a government. The principle behind it, though, is so we can protect ourselves from an encroaching government. Eh, right, because as long as you got a weapon, he ain't going to encroach. Yeah. Well, you know what? One part of the problem with our Constitution is that we can ask 10 lawyers what it means. Five of them would agree, and the other five would be have another explanation. So, well, but it didn't say can have it, right, but it is a right to bear arms, not a privilege. So, show me in the Constitution. And I agree with you. But show me in the Constitution where it says, yeah, right. That was then, and this is now, and I realize that. But if we keep harping back to the past, we'll never see what's in front of us. And what's in front of us is that black folks got the right to vote. Okay. Well, we ain't going back to slavery. Yeah, we ain't going back to slavery. So we we got too many guns now to go back to slavery. Yeah, so we ain't gonna worry about that. So what if you've had time to think about it, you're the guy who makes the law. Give me a reason. Give me one thing you could do to change the environment of a gun nature of America right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Should the government? Okay, should the government? Wait a minute. Should the government be able to policemen? Should they be able to carry weapons that I can't? See, there's where you're wrong. But the police are citizens, like I am. They don't have any more rights than I do. I said weapon. I said weapon. Hmm. I am, and the problem, and I think we saw the classic example of misuse of government and their weapons against us was down in Florida when Janet Reno was the what was it the whatever she was, and what happened. And what happened with the guy and what's that guy the cult leader they want to call him that what happened to them, yeah, in Waco. I think we no, that's not true. That is not true. No, they did not. And therein lies the problem when the government has weapons you don't have to protect yourself. I'm in the same building with you. I'm in the same building with the FBI and the U.S. Marshals. Let me shut up. I gotta go. I gotta go. I got 10 minutes left on the show. I gotta go. I don't want you coming down on my door. But I do agree. I think what happened in Waco and what happened in Ruby Ridge, it's a disgrace. We'll be back because the government had too much power.
Radio 1440.
A couple of things before I get out of here this morning. You know, remember there was a case, and it happened back in December the 24th, 2019, of a young airman, senior airman, was shot and killed by a deputy. This was a comedy of errors. A woman who evidently is the manager, assistant manager of the apartment complex where the man lives, where the airman lived, said that she heard fighting, she heard this and she heard that, and so the police came, of course, on guard. The policeman came, of course, on guard. If somebody calls you and tells you that people are fighting, and they hear this and they hear that, then of course you're gonna be apprehensive about, you're gonna be on super alert about anything. And so he knocks on the door of the young man, a black child, too, as a matter of fact, knocks on the door, and I believe he opens up the door, and the guy has something in his hand, and I think it turned out to be a phone, and he shot him because he thought it was a gun. And it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. I mean, there's no excuse. But here's the question I think I must ask Americans. Is it possible in this country to make a mistake? And that certainly was a mistake. They fired the guy, which, I think I would have fired him too, because if you're that fidgety and you shoot, and even though he had been told that there was something going on in there, and so he was waiting for something to happen. But in this country, can you still be allowed to make a mistake, even a serious one like that, without having your life turned upside down? Those things happen as long as there are going to be human beings. There's going to be human beings. We are going to make mistakes. Is it possible that the sheriff he'll never recover from this? But I've made mistakes, serious ones. Is it possible in this country, a police officer, given the situation, and we talk about all these guns, given the situation that we live in today, I think he's a little hasty, but then again, a police officer has a split second to make a decision whether or not there's a threat or not. Young man had something in his hand. I tell you one thing I learned from that. If you call the police, don't have nothing in your hand, have your hands up. If you open that door, have your hands up. Don't even reach for nothing. Don't look for nothing. Don't do nothing. Okay? It's almost as if nobody can make a mistake in America anymore. We make mistakes. We're human beings. This officer made a mistake that's going to cost him the rest of his life. He'll never forget what he did. And, I think that's punishment enough. I don't know. Are we not allowed to make mistakes in America? This police officer made a mistake. Do we put him in jail for the rest of his life? I don't know. Good morning. Okay, then. What say you? Good morning, on air. Mm-hmm. The same, as a parent, I don't want to hear anything at that moment, okay, about I made a mistake. I'm like everybody else. Somebody hurt your child, but as we become calmer in the situation, and I saw the pictures, I saw the video, the guy made a mistake. Yeah, it should have hurt. But do we dog him for the rest of his life? What if God did that to us when we make mistakes? Yeah. They're human beings. They'll make mistakes like everybody else does. Yeah. Oh, hey, I got to go. I'm looking at my time. My time's up. We'll be back tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. Have a great day.
Davis, here's what's happening in your news today. Lots of folks will be hitting the road this summer for family trips. Some good news about gas prices. In Montgomery, prices are down 2.5 cents in the last